Well, alright, the patch notes finally out. My goodness, we didn't wait that long this time. I feel like last time for 1.50 we waited much longer, but here we go. So it finally came out. I'm just in time for this, so we didn't watch anything. I think they already released the Centerphone guide on YouTube. For now, I'm more busy. I'm more like curious about this. So let's read through these patch notes. First of all, I just want to say I don't really have any big expectations for this. So, like I said, they mentioned this before. It's just going to be like an extension to 1.50 and like a more refined version of it, basically. So I'm not really expecting too much here. Unlock your upgrades to your character and defeat as many CPU. Yeah, I'm so happy with this. I'm so excited for this, actually. This is the most exciting. This is one of the most exciting things in this patch to me. At least of the things that we know so far, right? Receive completion rewards based on how many foes you have defeated. Based on how many foes you've defeated. Do you think maybe this could be a rupee reward, or what else can they give us in quantity based on the amount of enemies we've beaten? So it's basically like a guild system in a way, right? I've seen people say that it would be nice to have like it would be nice if this led eventually to the fact that we could have like crew battles and stuff like that. And to me I agree with this so much, because I cannot fathom that in 2025's fighting games with rollback and everything, since they are more online based, I cannot believe that they have not really made any team battle game mode. Like they don't do it enough, right? For example, right, you have like a game like Guilty Gear Strive. They added like the 3-on-3, but it's not exactly what I'm talking about. Like team battle would be something like you have 5 players in a group, and then they fight each other respectively, right? And it's like a mini tournament mode. I think that would be cool. That would be really good for people who play the game casually, or even new players, right? It's a good way to just watch and play, basically. It's really good. Oh yes, wait. Oh my god, thank god. Oh, that's so good. I was so worried about this in the presentation the other day, but it seems like it's actually been added. So you can obtain all this in the rupee shop, they say. There's added to the rupee shop. Oh my god, thank god. You know, the music I'm listening to right now is Memories of War. People can now get that. We don't really care too much about all of this, right? Anyways, battle and character adjustments. Oh, I'm covering my eyes. Oh, I'm not worried, because I know this patch is not that big, right? Hold on. Well, it covers every character, but I don't think it's that huge necessarily. But hold on, let me just go up. So what do we know? We know DPs, invincible reversals now are on counter state. We don't know if it's necessarily only HDPs or MDPs included. What else do we know? We know BC, right? And then a couple of character adjustments. I do not think there's going to be any adjustments to Dashlight whatsoever. If there's an adjustment to Dashlight, if there's a good, I have to mention it. If there's a good adjustment to Dashlight, then I'm holding off from buying the Beelzebub skin for a week. An entire week. You have to understand, I am hella simping for that new skin. So to me, it's like gold, right? So if I don't get that shit, I'm gonna cry. But I don't think they're going to adjust Dashlight at all. So let's see, right? I wonder if they're going to do any adjustments to ultimate skills. Anyways, let's talk about this. So, building upon the adjustment of 1.50, primary focus of this update is to further refine and balance the risk and reward aspect of gameplay, making necessary improvements to enhance overall game balance. Yeah, but you know, they say remember the risk and refine the risk and reward, but Dashlight is not included, I guess. Low risk, low investment, low execution, high reward, huh? For all characters, we have implemented changes to brief counter invincible skills and counters. Like parries and stuff. Specifically, we have increased the reward for players who successfully anticipate and block or evade these moves. Okay, thereby making such action riskier to perform. Brave counter. That means if a character had a bad DP before, you're definitely getting a worse DP. A universal action, despite costing bravery points to perform, have been a highly effective and powerful reversal option. While it is possible to block a brave counter, blocking one would still result into a frame disadvantage, leading to scenarios where players would counter brave counter with their own, creating a loop that undermines strategic gameplay involving bravery points. I know, right? Advantage at all cost. So this issue, while preserving the effectiveness of brave counters, as a reversal tool, we have adjusted them to grant frame advantage to the blocking player. The properties of brave counter on the hit and can remain unchanged. Okay, but do we know how much they changed it, right? By how many frames? Because it was +6 before, so how much are we talking now? -6? Nah, probably -4, -3, or maybe -2. I don't know. The goal of these changes is to ensure that players who successfully defend or evade these powerful skills are appropriately rewarded. That's cool, but okay, I'll give my thoughts later. Let me just keep reading. Alright, so yeah, breath counter. Oh, breath counter brought down to -2. You love to see it. For skills that were difficult to counter after blocking. I wonder. Wait, does that include builds with SBA? Please don't do that. Don't touch my character, alright? He's fine. It's fine. For Gran, we already know they are changing his projectile, right? Breaking Lave. Jita, what does Jita get? Only a bug fix. Catalina, oh boy. Uncharged light wall front step mid-screen can now only be followed. Oh, that is huge. Oh man, they nerfed it, thank God. So she no longer has 2 auto combos in the same goddamn combo. So it's no longer going to be like a corner to corner, but like a corner to almost the other corner. Almost, right? Charlotta. Ooh, what are they going to do to her DP? Okay, that's a very small buff. It's interesting though. She's getting like new types of combo, I feel like. Holy Ladder M. Okay, so they're actually hitting M DPs as well. Not just H DPs. Now it's -15. I don't agree with this. It should be -20 at least. -20. This is just like smaller. It is about the same as Belial. You know how -15 is? You might not even have a chance to just do like a run up. Like if she hits you at max range from this, you're not even having really much of a chance to do a run up close H, right? -20. But like -20 minimum. Every DP should be -30, to be honest. But they really seem to want to keep the you know, they want to leave it to be like safe, basically. I mean, that's fine, whatever. I'll take it at least. Hits up downwards, right? It's increased by 4 frames. Seems to 20. Okay, Holy Ladder H. Also same thing. Man, whatever. Holy Ladder U. It's -16 now. Okay. Brilliant Moon. Pushback has been reduced. No, this one is Shining Onslaught. So Brilliant Moon is which one is Brilliant Moon? Is it a super? Wait. Oh, that's a super. What do they mean? Pushback has been reduced. So that means it's like more unsafe, right? It's actually maybe it's actually unsafe now because this is a -20 move. If they reduced it to the point where you can actually punish it, that would be so huge. Oh my god, wait a minute. Wait, this can be actually huge. Everyone has been reduced. No execution. Pushback for the second hit has been reduced. pulls the enemies on block. Oh my god. Damn, okay, so they really don't want people to just swing around with their supers like that. Hey yo, come on man, don't hit Beelzebub like that. So Lancelot is a bug fix. Delta Leap, Percival, bug fix. Okay, supers once again. Oh, I think is this one. Hold on, is this one is SSBA? Because his SSBA is hella hard to punish. I thought the Percival earlier, that shit was hard. Let's see. Hey yo. Yep, that's his SSBA. So they're making his SSBA easier to punish now. And all of the SBAs and SSBA are counter hit now. God damn. La Diva getting a bug fix. Damn, she gets nothing? Metera's. Whoa, what the hell is happening here? What's going on here? So, okay, she's getting a little bit faster than before. Lowain. What the hell? Lowain. Lowain literally has nothing. It's insane. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Fairy's normals have been improved with the aim of bolstering her mid-range pressure. Oh my god. Alright, Fairy, let's go. My 2 frames. They're making zoners faster? Is that what's happening right now? I already have a lot of problems fighting zoners. Even though zoners are, you know, obviously not that good in this game. I personally have a lot of trouble against them, so that's gonna be a good time for me, huh? Oh boy. Alright, Zeta, please hit Pogo. Please hit the first of the Pogo. Please remove the instant overhead. No more instant overhead, please. Basically, Zeta players can no longer, well, they can only slightly delay their options with things like Rhapsody, right? They can only slightly delay it. Before, they could really hold it forever, and then later just press H and then she would go into the knee and then flying and stuff, right? So they're reducing that. Okay, but they're not taking away her instant overhead, dude. The instant overhead is insane. Okay, universal changes. Vatsaraga, universal changes, getting nothing. Now Maya, transient. I've heard people complaining a lot about this U transient not being that good and being annoying and lame, and they didn't like the way they changed it to 1.15. Should you have a clear offensive option to use against projectile? I think people just don't like the nature of this new transient. Sorry's no change. Zoe. Oh, you know what? This might be good for our corner combo, I think. Or maybe even... no, maybe not in tier. We'll see. Anyways, we'll see. Minus 15? Are you... This is what I was fearing, man. This is what I feared whenever I read that the other day. I knew it. Belial is not getting his DP. Like, oh my god. Belial's DP is going to be... It's going to be minus 15. It's not going to be minus 20. It's going to be minus 15. Oh no, dude. Don't do this. Not like this, man. Would it really kill them to just go up to 20? Come on. Cagliostro spare body. That's her DP, right? So UL is getting a bunch of things. I think we saw all of this in the presentation. We don't really need to linger on this. Henri, I'm just going to say, please make this motherfucker recover. Please make this character recover right now. Make him recover, man. Whatever. My god. They're not touching any of these characters. Wait. Oh. Oh. No. I think this means it's not going to push you full screen anymore. Alright, fine. That's fair. How about they adjust his regular SBA? You know, the vacuum? How about they adjust the vacuum so that it doesn't let the opponent fall? How about that? Look, oh my god, please. I know this patch is supposed to be small, I know, that's fine, but please remove his U projectile, please remove U projectile, please nerf his DP properly, please. Oh my god, man, I'm so worried. Please make his H projectile launch, make H projectile launch, and remove your projectile with the ability to full screen combo, please. Oh my god, sword. Belial is a character equipped with standard skill design with some twist to create advantage by applying pressure to mix up defensive opponent. Okay, in 1.50 we made various adjustments to his skills, but the combination of his normal attacks and skills resulted in him being able to exert much stronger pressure than intended. No fucking shit, you buffed him. What were you thinking? In order to maintain his explosive potential, first of all, don't maintain his explosive potential. He's a character having no weaknesses is not a character having godmighty strength. You know, he's not supposed to have almighty strength. That's not what it means. So how about you tone that shit down? But no, maintain his explosive potential. You guys are insane. When outplaying opponents, by the way, outplaying opponents that cannot pick any options because he holds them hostage. Yeah, right. While preventing his neutral gameplay and offense from becoming too dominant, we're making adjustments to both his normal attacks and skills. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my, I'm so scared. We increase the pushback. Yes. Oh. Yes. Don't hold me hostage with 2M anymore, man. Oh my god. Creating more distance between Belial and the opponent and thereby reducing its pressure potential. Oh my god. Thank god. No more 2M 5H. No more. We also adjusted the far edge so that the opponent no longer enters a guard motion when the first hit activates. Making it easy. Oh my god, thank god I can just walk away from this shit. Okay, that's decent. That's not huge, but that's acceptable. We've reduced the block stun for Age Goetia, so that Belial is at a disadvantage unless he follows up with everyone's little crooked. But he always does. And they always do. It's nothing. As a result, using everyone's little crooked as a follow-up to education now creates a gap. Look at me interrupting. Wait, what? Oh! Ah! Wait a minute. Wait. Does it mean his H projectile is only going to be a combo tool now and no longer a neutral pressure tool? Is that what it means? Oh please. I'm crossing my fingers. Please save us. Education also has also become an overly powerful tool, yes, providing consistent advantage from many distances, whether on or block. To address this, we've adjusted it so that it now travels forward and causes pushback on block, creating more distance between Belial and the opponent. Its properties remain unchanged. I don't like it. I don't like this. 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 I don't like it. I don't like it. It's still really obnoxious because the harsh reality of fighting Belial is that 24/7 you are probably in the corner. You're probably in the corner. You BC him. He wakes up, does ultimate projectile. You're still in the corner. The pushback doesn't matter, so he's still at advantage. Bullshit. Bad change. I don't like it. Okay, and then Notoria. Are you? No. Lux on the third hit downward has been adjusted. Reduced. Changing the frame rate from -10. No! This is what I'm talking about. No, no, no. No. Did they adjust the pushback? Because if they didn't adjust the pushback, do you know what's happening? He's still swinging wildly around with that shit. And some characters will not actually be able to punish. Some characters will straight up not be able to get the closest punish on this. This is such a narrow-minded fucking change, man. Come on. I hope I'm wrong about this. I hope that when we test this in game, it's actually like punishable for every character, because this is so dumb. -13 is so stupid. He doesn't need this at all. I don't understand. Okay, Unitoria. It doesn't matter. Primary advantage has been locked to -4, so now it's throw punishable, probably in the corner or something. Okay. Not really changing anything about Avatar, that's fair. Anila, she's getting some changes. Stop has been reduced by 2 frames. It's very small adjustments, huh? Be a rework. Be a rework. Be a rework right now. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm speaking it into existence. Be a rework. If Siegfried is not getting reworked in this patch, every single time I'm fighting a Siegfried, I'm blocking them. I'm blocking every Siegfried player, and it's not about the Siegfried players. I don't have any problem with the Siegfried players. I'll block them because I don't like fighting this character. This is the only character in the game. Again, most characters in this game, right? Of course, characters can be toxic. Of course, you have the top tiers and everything. But I think the minimum, the bare minimum I can ask of a character in this game is to be cool and fun and have some kind of gimmick and something interesting. Siegfried is a blank sheet of paper. He has nothing. He's only mashing on dash light. He's mashing on his gigantic legs, because that's apparently the character doesn't have a giant sword. You have giant legs for some reason. Even his fucking SBA, his crazy SBA, once again is a leg move. You know, it's not about his sword. He starts up with the leg, so that's all he does. He's using his goddamn legs. Dude is fucking whoring instead of being guts. What the fuck is going on here? Please be a rework, please. Oh my god, it's not a rework, it's just an adjustment. No! Series H, a new messenger. We're highly effective in simple skills and advances for just an animation, so that now and in the first waves. Hey. Man, so he's getting nerfed. You have to understand something, right? You have to understand something. This character in the previous patch got his DP nerfed and his projectile nerfed. Because of those changes, the Siegfried population decreased by like 80%. As soon as this character got slightly touched, which was, to be honest, those changes were just a slap on the wrist. And people left. What are people going to do now? So he's getting a little bit more, there's more risk involved in how he plays the game now. He's like more generally punishable on Orkan. So, and his DPs no longer having the you know, the checkmate situation, and on top of that being more in a counter hit state and all that stuff, considering that a lot of Siegfried players really like to cover the options with DP. So that is, I think Siegfried players are not going to exist. I think it's actually fair of me to say that I'm going to block every single Siegfried player, because it's just going to be like 5 of them. There's just going to be 5 of these guys. They're all leaving. I think this is just making him less interesting for people who play him. He needs a rework. Regardless of if it's like busted or if it's like weak, this character needs a rework. I hope eventually we can all agree on that, because it's he's in a state that is so unacceptable. I cannot believe it. Grimnir, I'm assuming because it didn't remove Zeta's instant overhead, Grimnir also gets to keep his really cheap unseeable high-low mix. Right? Oh my god, I think, ooh. So they're not necessarily like gunning him down, but he's not going to be as, you know, insane, which in a way hurts him quite a bit. They're also nerfing his SBA gauge gain, right? His meter gain, which is, I mean, that's fine because there was this combo where he would end into like U seals, and it was kind of strong. So nerfing the damage and also nerfing the meter gain, huh? So far H, wait, what? They didn't talk about it here. Far H recovery has been increased by 5 frames? 9 to 14? Oh. Ay. I don't know if arena players are going to like this. Isn't this like his only normal? Isn't that like his only normal? Uh-oh. Some people are going to be really pissed. So how come Belial gets to stay stupid, but Criminal not really, huh? That's Alright, trail distance on the second hit onward is reduced. I mean, this character was really good, right? He was easily top tier, but he was a top tier with a lot of flaws, definitely, and pretty much one abysmal, absolute insane strength, right? But I feel like they hit him on a lot of things. I don't know how to feel about this. Huh. Near. People are debating, is she getting her raging strike back? Yes or no? Are they fixing some of her bugs? She probably has like 5 bug fixes. She probably also has, you know, maybe they're going to reduce death's hurt bug on startup. Let's see. This is an interesting character. They definitely did a good job with her in 1.50, but I feel like there are things where they kind of neglected some aspect of the character, and she suffered a little bit from that. Let's see. Only bug fixes. Wait, only 2? I'm pretty sure she was supposed to have more, but I'm assuming some. Are people happy with this? Near players, are you guys happy with this, or? I feel like she was supposed to get a little bit more. So she's still not getting a raging strike though. Yeah, that's crazy. This patch is... Some people are not going to be happy. Okay. So this is a character who ramps up in strength. They're hitting blade level hard. The question is, what else are they reducing? Right? What else are they toning down on this character? I wonder. Pushback has been reduced on action. 2B, man, I don't even know what to think of this one. I just want to read it. If 2B is hit prior to the hitbox generation, so now she loses on traits. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh wait, Vayne is not getting any changes. Oh, okay. Okay. No, no way, they're leaving her this way. Oh no, that's not a good patch. Bug fixes, that's fine. Vikala, we already know, and that's it, right? Ay. So this patch is, first of all, much shorter than expected, but damn. Ay. I wasn't expecting it to be like this, to be honest with you. I thought there was going to be a bit more. So basically, what do we get from this? Mostly some nerfs to the top tiers, to some of them at least. Beatrix remaining unchanged is insane to me. I don't like this patch. I don't like this patch because it actually doesn't polish the game in a way that is good. I mean, it's still trying to polish 1.50, right? And that's fine, but it doesn't address some issues. It doesn't address quite a few things, right? Because even though they changed, for example, what is it called? Ultimate skills in the previous patch, and that was in a good way. Ultimate skills are still really dumb, right? There's still some ultimate skills that are still pretty stupid, and especially in terms of the application. So for example, Beatrix, you know, especially when I'm talking about ultimate skills, I'm mostly talking about ultimate projectiles. For example, a character like Beatrix, as soon as you hit her, she just wakes up ultimate projectile or ultimate riding free. She just does one of the two, and you constantly have to be on the lookout for that. On top of that, her ultimate projectile is a 9-frame projectile, which goes full screen, even though the main character's kit doesn't include a full screen projectile no matter what. So despite that, she actually defies her own kit design by having a full screen projectile in her ultimate skills. This is so stupid. This is a terrible design decision for the character that should have changed in this patch. And it shouldn't be 9 frames. In fact, I think most ultimate projectiles in the game should probably not be 9 to 11 frames. They should all be like 15 to 16 frames instead, and probably shouldn't have the slowdown effect unless we're talking about like zoners and stuff like that. I would privilege zoners mostly in terms of their ultimate projectiles, but for some reason in this game, rushdown characters actually are privileged to have like really good ultimate projectiles, which is, it's such a bad decision. I wish the patch would address things like that. For example, it's good that they're addressing DPs and reversals. That's good. That was one of the biggest concerns I have for 1.50, because across the board there's so many characters that have this type of bullshit in them, right? A lot of bullshit recovery, a lot of bullshit like no punish things on the reversals and stuff. So it's good, but there are still a lot of things that this game needs to do, and I feel like this patch does not address that. It doesn't address a lot of these things at all. So I think this is more of a nothing burger patch, but I was kind of expecting that a little bit, but I'm still kind of disappointed because I was hoping that they would at least touch a couple things. They really didn't at all. I'm really surprised, to be honest, that some characters didn't get any change whatsoever. Like none. Alright. In fact, I'm surprised that Aina didn't get more than this. Really surprised. Vayne, I'm surprised in a positive way, because I didn't want Vayne to get any buffs. Not after what they did in 1.50. I feel like they need to change the direction of the character in general. But I mean, it's still surprising, but it's more positive, because if Vayne got buffs, he would be an absolute monster, man. Vayne is like, if he's like kept unchecked, he's going to be easily one of the top tiers. His damage is so insane. Doesn't make sense. And now they made it easier for him to get damage too. It's crazy. I'm really surprised. No Vera changes either. I don't know how to feel about this patch, especially because a lot of these characters also that didn't get any change, like Vera for example, she's not getting any changes, but she's getting technically more nerfs because of this, right? This character is just becoming more punishable without any significant adjustments to the way she plays. La Diva, no changes. It's insane to me. That is really weird. That is really weird. Well, Charlotte is getting buffed at least, but it's the type of buff, well, it's more of a combo type buff. I wonder if kind of mostly unchanged, I guess. I think this patch was mostly about nerfs, right? Mostly about nerfs. Some zoner buffs, specifically Metera, so Charlotte, Metera, and also Fairy, I guess, got a couple good things here. Belial is getting hit quite a bit. Secret is getting super hit. This thing is going to hurt him a lot. And like I said, there's just going to be like 5 Secret players online. This is the test of who really likes this character. That's disappointing. This patch is kind of disappointing actually, but the good thing is that at least it's not making the game more obnoxious. Right? I think that's the good thing. It could have made the game more obnoxious. It's not really doing that, which is fine. But I was hoping for at least a few big changes for some characters, right? For some specific characters. Siegfried specifically. Siegfried and 2B actually. Because I feel like 2B, in terms of her kit, I think she's in a position that is not really satisfying. You know, I really dislike giving any form of credit to 2B players, because 2B players complain all the time. You know, of course there are like really good 2B players, but for the most part, the big crowd of 2B players, a lot of them just complain about everything and about the characters being so shitty, awful, unplayable, and weak, even though she's clearly really strong. But I will be on their side and I will say that 2B's kit is in a bad spot right now. I feel like the character is not really fun or interesting, and that probably is the reason why a lot of people complain. Which is why even when they nerfed her skill gauge management in 1.30, people were not happy, but she was still extremely strong despite that. And I think most of the reason why people were not happy is actually because it made the character less fun, right? Less fun, less fluid. She has the same problem that Lancelot used to have in vanilla, where the character was extremely strong on release, and then they nerfed him in ways that made him unfun to play. And it resulted in a lot of Lancelot players being kind of, you know, frustrated with the character for a long time. So I feel like she's in the same position. And mind you, Lancelot back then, even though it was nerfed, was not necessarily that bad, right? It was still pretty good, but left people kind of unsatisfied. So yeah, I don't think this patch is good, actually. I don't think it's good. I think it could have done way more than this, and it's kind of a sleeper patch, I would say. It's not that interesting. There's not really much done. It makes me hope that maybe, because I feel like it's a patch that is an empty space. If maybe the developers are willing or hoping or trying to do like big changes in the future, I have a feeling that this patch serves as a break before doing anything big and trying to see where the game goes from here. That's my hope for this, in terms of how the developers are trying to plan around this. I'm hoping that this patch is basically a pause, which is underwhelming because it's the big season 2 patch, right? It's like a big season 2, but it could also just be a pause. If that's the case, that's fine, but then they really have to start delivering a few crumbs here and there whenever they release like Galleon and Wilnas. During the patches, they have to do something good, right? They have to start doing good stuff. So otherwise, I feel like if we keep getting patches like this, the game is going to stagnate quite a bit and maybe become kind of annoying, because there's still a lot of things in the game that are really frustrating, I would say. Mind you, I say that, but I like the game, right? I like the game, I have fun with it. But it doesn't mean that I cannot acknowledge that this game has a lot of issues. Dashlight. Dashlight. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about Dashlight for the end of the video, because I think it's a big topic and I think it's important to talk about this. But honestly, right, I think Dashlight, the way I see Dashlight is it's a mechanic that is definitely causing a lot of problems to the game. I think it's not really fun for most people to deal with. You can deal with Dashlight. I would say Dashlight, for what it is in a good spot right now. It's fine. You can deal with it, you can work around it, but the concept of the mechanic, the way it's currently implemented is really not ideal, I would say, right? It's not ideal. It really serves for the narrative that we have in this game of having things like, you know, the fact that you can throw break with like attack buttons, with like brave counter and stuff like that. Though they're nerfing brave counter and not touching Dashlight at all, which is really weird. And on top of that, making also DPs more punishable. This can be a big problem for a lot of characters. For example, you have characters, say like Vera is not getting any changes, right? And Vera is already a character that is a little bit on the weaker end, a little bit. So not getting any changes, having more punishable reversals, taking more damage, more risks, but still very vulnerable to dashlight pressure, while her only option when she might take more damage is Brave Counter being also nerfed. This character might suffer quite a bit, for example, right? This is just an example. But I think this character is not going to have a good time in this patch. Because basically, think about some of these, you know, DP characters. The ones that are a little bit on the weaker end might suffer even more in this patch. Because they're already pretty vulnerable to dashlight. Stays unchanged. Yeah, I don't know about this one. But yeah, speaking of dashlight, right? So dashlight remains unchanged, still the way it is, while Brave Counter is getting nerfed. But like I said, dashlight kind of serves a purpose in that narrative, in that design of what that we have right now for the game, of like the hierarchy of dashlight, Brave Counter, throws, because that's basically how the matches go, right? Those are the three things that always happen in the match. They are the three things that kind of dictates the way a match plays out. So to me, I'm fine with the way it is, but I would also not mind if dashlight could get severely nerfed or getting like drastic changes to it, because I think in a lot of ways, even though I'm fine with dashlight the way it is, I'm not okay with the way it defies kind of an hierarchy of dash attacks. Like you have dash H's, you have dash M's, and somehow dashlight is like the biggest oppressive tool ever. And not only that, I also really don't like how in a lot of ways dashlight encourages a lot of redundancy in terms of character kits design, especially for the newer characters, the characters in Rising and the DLC characters and all. There's a lot of these characters just have like these giant normals all the time, giant buttons that they use constantly, because they are constantly designed around the idea of dashlight, right? You have a character like Siegfried, like I mentioned here. Siegfried only swinging with his legs instead of swinging his big sword around. That is slow, but instead it has like quick legs that it swings around that are really huge. Grimner was supposed to be able to do a lot of things with his 5H. Now they actually nerfed his 4H, which is insane to me, right? More punishable I get with dashlight now more than ever, which is crazy. So he's going to suffer quite a bit from that too, when his other normals are all not that good either. So that's a problem. Nier, big ass 5H, big ass 2M, big ass sweep as well, big ass buttons all the time. Lucilius, let's not talk about him. 2B's entire kit literally designed around dashlight. Even in 1.50 when they nerfed her 5M, they mentioned dashlight in there. Vayne move his normals perfectly, you know, keep away dashlight, but also his shield is meant to lose to dashlight. Beatrix, dashlight machine, doesn't have any other normal outside of her 4H. You know, all these single characters always dashlight. And then now we're gonna have Xenophon, who has a gigantic dashlight and gigantic normals. I really wonder where this character is gonna be in the tier list. So dashlight is causing a lot of redundancies, and in a lot of ways I feel like it makes the developers lose sight of something that's important, and it's the fact that we need more types of interactions throughout matches, and we also need characters to feel a bit more unique in how they open up opponents and stuff like that, or how they have the pressure. And this is something that like the way the game is right now, this patch, for example, this patch and the state of Dashlight specifically remind me of something that happened back in vanilla, where the developers did patches in this style exactly, where not much would change and there would be a couple nerfs for the most part, but they wouldn't actually address some of the issues that vanilla had. And it was like that for a long time. Vanilla became even boring and kind of lame for people who actually played it for a long time, for a certain period of time, and it didn't really change that much all the way until a certain point. I cannot really remember too well, but then from that point to the end of vanilla, things got better, but it took a long time. And I feel like I said, Dashlight, the way Dashlight is and the focus on this mechanic, honestly, I think it blinds the developers a little bit. I could be exaggerating. This could be my tinfoil hype theory, you know. Maybe I'm like I'm making a little bit of a conspiracy theory here with Dashlight, but to be honest, the developers, if I have some criticism to give them, is that while I think they do a good job for the most part, throughout season 1, my biggest issue with them is that they held onto a couple ideas that were not good ideas for a little bit too long. For example, you know, they had this weird tendency with like DPs going into combos even before launch, right? In beta 2, Seox Ultimate Empty Hand was a frame 1 DP. It was a frame 1 invincible move that you could combo into afterwards. They had to patch that out before the launch of the game. And then you had Nier, who had Misfortune, and then they have this other obsession with DPs having all kinds of gimmicks, having weird recoveries and stuff like that, which they're still holding on to. Why is it that Bella has a 13 frame recovery on his DP? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that. So holding on to some ideas for way too long, that are not good. And I think Dashlight is one of them once again. I would even argue that BC should have been nerfed a long time ago, but they held on to it for way too long. These kind of things burn out the player base if it stays for too long. As long as they make a lot of positive changes, it's good, but they have to be worth it, because waiting for too long to nerf some things, to adjust some things, is not a good idea. So these nerves that they made to Belial and also maybe Siegfried, they better be worth it, right? They better be worth it. We better feel this. But I have a feeling that, you know, it's funny because they said that some characters could be affected by the change to the fact that DPs are now counter hitable and stuff like that, and there's like less recovery overall, or more recovery in general. But they didn't actually address that for some characters, which is really weird to me. So I feel like they didn't really hit the note quite well with this patch. I have a feeling. That's just my early prediction, is that they didn't hit the note quite well with this one. And this patch could be a little bit disappointing for some people. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I might be really pulling a leg here with my Dashlight theories here and there, but I would really not mind if Dashlight was nerfed. Even all the way back then, I made a video about Dashlight saying that I would really like it to just be reduced to a poke rather than be this insane pressure tool and this insane like high rewarding tool that you just use, you know, for free and just does a lot of things. Like, it would be nice if it was just like -2 to 0 on block maybe, and then maybe never led to like a far L, maybe never led to a close M. And even for this patch, I was hoping that at least they would revert the change they made to it in 1.50, where it goes into like a close M universally, right? I think that's a bad change. And I think if they actually change Dashlight that way, it opens up the game more for more fun things in general. Like, maybe we could have guesses back, you know? We can have like less frequent strike throw situations, but the strike throw situation would be more like guesses, you know? We don't, because that way we wouldn't have to deal with you know, taking throws with an attack button. We wouldn't have to deal with the fact that, you know, Dashlight is always being used to close the gap and then steal the advantage that way. And then maybe they can bring back +2 on block 2Ls. Maybe they could bring back universal overheads if they nerf Dashlight that way, but I don't know, right? It's just a tinfoil hat theory right now. But I really think Dashlight is not the greatest thing to have with the way it is right now. And I feel like this patch, by nerfing DPs the way they did, but not touching Dashlight, I think we're going to see nerfing DP and also nerfing Brave Counter. I think we're going to see a shift in I think we're going to see an increase in the level of like aggression of the game, which is a little bit worrisome to me. So we'll see. I could be dooming a little bit. Maybe I'm a little bit too skeptical about this. I don't know. But you let me know in the comment section below, because I'm not too sure, but we'll see. So this is it for the patch notes. It's fine. I mean, it's okay, I would say, but more okay-ish in the negative, on the negative side, right? Because I wish it was a bit more than this. So anyways, that's it for me. I'm more excited for the casual content anyways. Survival mode is going to be great. The skins are going to be great. Shark to Glory is going to be great. I'm down for this. And who knows, maybe people are going to be so bored with this that they're going to play Granblues. Maybe everybody's going to convert to Granblues. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. This patch, it's a patch, I guess, but a little bit underwhelming. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.